So everyone, welcome back to the channel. With me today is Alex Calixto. In our first video of the Alfa Romeo, it kind of came off a little negative. Everything we said in there is 100% accurate. All of the problems with this car are 100% true. That being said, it's absolutely one of my favorite cars to drive.
Yeah, man, just leaving the neighborhood, this thing is something else, man. It's gonna be I'm excited. This thing is so cool.
It's like a little go-kart.
Yeah,
it's lightweight.
Everything.
Under 2,500 pounds, small engine.
Yeah.
1.75 liter inline four, makes 240 horsepower.
By the way, that thing for a four-cylinder, I don't think I've ever heard a four-cylinder sound nicer.
It sounds great.
That thing is amazing. By the way, you ran over a penny back there and I felt it in my back.
Everything about this car is stiff.
Super stiff.
These little rumble bumps, we don't have those where we live. We just have painted lines.
Yeah.
It's no power steering. It's very connected to the road.
Yeah.
And you know, you get the feel of everything that's, if there's a little tram lining going on, you'll feel that. This is not something I would own to be driving around to go to work in every day. It's too difficult to get in and out of.
Yeah, every day for sure. Right. Like you want to impress your secretary, you know what I mean? I think maybe that might be a good excuse to bring it out every once in a while. It seems like just an absolute dream to drive around and feel sport. We don't have typically good roads. The driving experience is all based on the vehicle that you're in. So far, this car feels like you can have fun with it because it's such a little go-kartish kind of car.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, this thing is fun.
And you know what? It's a good looking car.
Yeah.
It gets, it's not as crazy as, a 488 Pista. It's not like that.
Right.
But it is a cool looking car.
Yeah.
It gets eyeballs.
Well, I think the red color and the fact that it's a topless adds to that for sure.
Yeah. The last Alfa we drove, the coupe was
Wasn't it like a lime green?
Yeah, that was a wrap.
Yeah.
The car was black. Yeah, the car was black with a lime green wrap on it.
You feel like if you have one of these, you do need to have a loud color like a red or a lime green. I can imagine that's probably why they wrapped it black. This car deserves a loud color, and it's I don't know, we'll show on some of the shots later, but the metallic flake in this red is really pops.
I'm pretty sure this color is called Rosso Competizone Red. Rosso Competizone Tintcoat, I think is the actual name. It's got a lot of metallic. Yeah. Looks good.
You can see the deepness in the red for sure.
I feel like red is such a color that gets used so much. I like to see something a little different sometimes.
I'm gonna take you to one of my favorite places. Oh man, acceleration, you feel it,
and I mean,
out of a four-cylinder, it's a 35 mile an hour zone. I think it only really matters during the week when the school zone lights are up. We're gonna head out to Pioneer Saloon, which is an old bar out here in the middle of the desert. It's a cool place to kind of get the car out, a nice road, and then on the back side, after you leave the bar, the only twisty road that we have in all of Southern Nevada is right back there.
And this car, it handles really well. I found that especially interesting because the tires on this car are not really extremely wide.
No,
but because the car's so lightweight, it still has a lot, plenty of grip.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you're not asking for grip out here. It's there. I mean, especially under normal driving conditions, you take this thing to a track, get them hot, and I'm sure you could slide this thing around. But like just driving around, it does everything that it wanted to do. It does it well. It seems very stable, very composed, and definitely stiff.
It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's as much fun as, it's as much fun as driving a Ferrari.
Right. I remember you telling me like, hey man, we're gonna rent this 4C, we're gonna take it out. I'm like, all right, four-cylinder, okay, the little small car, but no, man, this is a smile machine. Woo. You don't have to be breaking the speed limit to feel fast.
Right.
That's the fun part, that's lost on so many cars that you have to have these ridiculous speeds to feel anything. And I think they've done a great job of being able to give you that feeling and sensation of speed without actually requiring you to do 120 miles an hour. You definitely are getting like, you come in here in a place like this, you're getting stares.
Yeah, the car it gets a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good looking car, and it's also, it's exotic in the sense that you don't see them. Very low production on this car.
Yeah.
So just a few hundred per year that, that the car has been out.
Brakes are very sensitive.
Yeah, Brembo brakes.
Yeah, very sensitive brakes. So we do have a little bit of a crosswind. We'll see with that flag. which is interesting.
You know, I don't usually have somebody checking the crosswind before I go down the road, but it's a smile machine, like you said.
Once you get higher to the speed, you definitely feel it start to lift, and then the power it seems like you can start to feel like the lack of horsepower. Yeah, so right now going through this twisty road, you can definitely, I mean this is not the best road in the world, but you can definitely feel how it hugs the ground. But yeah, a lot of rocks on the road over here. Now we're on the road. Yeah, tires are still a little cold, you know, but this should warm up pretty quickly.
I mean, you see what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah, this thing is, yeah, it is a whole lot of fun. We actually have a road. This is the only place in Southern Nevada where it has any semblance of like what you would see, you know, when the guys in LA are taking their cars through the Angeles forest. It's the only thing that has, you know, any kind of twists. But unfortunately, the roads themselves aren't necessarily the best.
Yeah, the pavement's a little rough here, but
Yeah.
but it's still, there's enough curves here.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting.
Little tire chirp.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get airborne in something. I wouldn't want to get airborne in this, but you can definitely hit some air for sure. And something with a little more travel in the suspension. Yeah, it's interesting. The way to turn in, it's everything about the way that this car handles.
Well, you feel everything in that steering wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, the road is definitely letting you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of feedback.
Yeah. I would love to have this thing on track, you know?
Yeah.
Where the pavement is nice and you're not really worried about rocks on the road or like you come around and have a donkey on the other side of on a blind corner, you know? Turn and let's see what she does. Hold that gear. We're gonna hold third through here. Yeah, third is a good gear to hold through these twisties. Yeah, we're not going to drift off into the other lane. We'll just keep in this lane. Where the tires are warmed up right now, plenty of grip, or a four-cylinder. You know, the exhaust is just...
It doesn't sound like what a typical four-cylinder
No, not at all, not at all. Very surprised. Very surprised. A little bit of sliding. Come down, yeah, a little bit of brakes. Into it. Again, yeah, this thing is... Yeah, you could have all kinds. You just get this car and just come out on this road and have fun, right?
Yeah, it's a